Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Texas, where the weather is hot, the brisket is holy, and apparently your reproductive anatomy is now a matter of state business. Yes, House Bill 229, because when I think of limited government, I naturally think of the Department of Gonads and Chromosomes. Now, the bill's supporters say that this is about protecting women's rights and single-sex spaces, which, okay, sure, I get the concern. Nobody wants chaos in the locker room. But if your solution to protecting women is to send the government spelunking through birth certificates like Indiana Jones and the quest for the ovaries, you probably should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. And for the record, as a Marine who's changed in a locker room with 30 other guys after a sandstorm and 3 MREs, I promise you, we've got bigger threats to safety than someone using a bathroom that matches their identity. The law defines male and female based solely on reproductive plumbing, which, if we're being honest, is an awfully reductionist way to categorize people. I mean, if we're boiling humanity down to genitals, then congratulations. We've just turned the whole human experience into a biology pop quiz from 6th grade. And let's not forget our intersex friends, the roughly 1.7% of people who don't fit neatly into the binary. Under this law, they get crammed into a checkbox that was never made for them. It's like being told to pick between Windows or Mac when you're clearly Linux. Welcome to the state of Texas. Please conform or reboot. But here's the kicker. It's not even criminal. No fines, no jail time, just mandatory data collection. So it's not really enforcing anything. It's just institutionalizing a kind of Orwellian gender census. Excuse me, sir, we noticed you marked female. We'll need to see your uterus. But don't worry, it's only for statistical integrity. Look, I'm not mad at the impulse. I'm autistic. I understand the need to classify something that feels like it's slipping into abstraction. People want clarity. They want a solid footing in a world where genders become, dare I say, fluid. But trying to legislate human identity with a ruler and a flashlight, that's not clarity. That's a government overreach so ironic even Orwell's ghost is doing a double take. And let's be honest, if the government's track record with gender is anything like their track record with veterans benefits or highway signage, I wouldn't trust them to correctly file my sex if I mailed it to them in a manila envelope labeled Exhibit A, balls. At the end of the day, this law tells us one thing loud and clear. People are scared. Scared of change, scared of complexity, and scared of bathrooms, apparently. But fear doesn't make good policy. It makes reactionary policy. And reactionary policy dressed in the language of protection is still, well, politicians in cheap suits playing gynecologist with a copy of the Texas Constitution. So here's a radical idea. Maybe we let people tell us who they are and listen. Not because we're woke or liberal or snowflakes, but because the government probably has better things to do than write anatomy textbooks. Like, I don't know, fix the damn power grid. So thank you, Texas. You've given us guns, God, and now genital bureaucracy.